Hello everybody, it is Verity here from inkybutterfly.wordpress.com. Thank you for joining me today for another card making tutorial. I hope you are all very well. We're going to be making this card today, so it's Monday, so it's the Monday colour challenge going on. So we're using real red terracotta tile. This is one of the retiring in colours, okay, and smoky slate. Really nice grey colour. So it's an interesting combination, and I don't know why I ended up choosing Game On to work with, but I'm glad I did. Turned out very nicely. So we're going to replicate the card. The composition needs to shift up a bit on the card, but I'm overall happy with the design. So that's what we're doing. And as always, we're just going to change it just a little bit. I'm bringing the terracotta in the card base and in the layering as well. Okay, I've got a few bits and pieces left over from my fussy cutting from making the sample card, so we'll keep those there as well. So stamping wise then, I'm going to bring in the chess pieces and the little cards. Okay, I'm going to start off with the real red ink. Just wondering where to place that because I've put that there. There we go, that's why. That confused me. It's funny how when you deviate from your routine, things, you know, your brain just can't handle it. Okay, so real red ink. Now I'm stamping this twice, and I don't know whether on the sample, because I didn't really leave it on the screen very long. Let's put that there. It's for fussy cutting them, so it doesn't matter which way around they go. The cards, I've actually stamped it twice and then cut it here and layered it together to give you that, you know, a bit more dimension on those playing cards. Okay, so we're going to cut that twice. Stamp it twice, cut it down. Should I do my sentiment? No, I'll do the sentiment later when we know what we're doing. And then each of the chess pieces we'll stamp one set with the terracotta tile ink. Just give that a wipe off on stamping chamois. I've got a very well loved stamping chamois. Look at the colour of that, but it's fine. It has been rinsed out. It just stains, that's all. So it's just damp with water. You don't need to have anything else on it. I do sometimes put just a couple of mists of the what is it actually called? Is it called stamping mist? I think it's called stamping mist. You know, the cleaner. Yeah, stamping mist. A couple of spritz of that, but it's mostly water, to be honest. And it works well with both photopolymer and red rubber cling mount stamps. It's really great, quick and easy thing to have. I still like my scrub for when I'm cleaning off stays on. It's a little bit more stubborn than regular ink to get off. Right, so now we've got that those all stamped. We are going to do our cutting. Okay, so like I said with the playing cards, you see, I'm going to take, maybe I'll take up to the king this time, just to spin it up a little bit and just make that a little bit more interesting. But you can do what you like. It did cross my mind that if you were doing something just based on the cards, you could really layer this up and have them on top of each other as they would be in real life. But that's yeah, decided that was a bit much for this particular card with all the other bits going on. course, I stamped it yesterday, this particular image, and I looked at it and I said that, and I was like, oh yeah, they are all hearts. They are all hearts, yeah. So, of course, lends themselves to the real red ink. Probably would have been a bit awkward if they'd have chucked some spades and clubs in there as well. Okay, so that's our one set of cards, and here's our other one. So I think what we'll do is, instead of you watching me do the whole cutting out process, we'll just do that off camera, and we'll come back to it when that's all done. Okay. Okay, so all the fussy cutting is now done. Let's turn that the right way around. We're going to layer this together with a couple of dimensionals. Let's just bring in all our bits and pieces now. I think I can get away with a couple of big ones on that one. Like so. Such a real fun set. The catalogue, the annual catalogue, is going to be refreshed. We're going to get a new annual catalogue at the beginning of May, and these are the kind of sets that I think are less likely to carry over. These little sets that don't come with any coordinating stuff, and Guy sets as well. So who knows? Don't know whether this will be still here in after that refresh. So there's our little playing cards. Isn't that just like divine? Got our other little spare bits here. The grey pieces I've decided to keep intact this time, but I have separated these ones. So on this card I kept the terracotta piece intact, and I separated out the grey pieces to mix them around. So I'm just changing it up as I always do, just to see what else we get. So let's put all the rest of that to one side just for a moment, and let's just put bits and pieces together. Just use some seal. It does make me wonder why, if I'm using my seal in a project, I never have to wind it on, but for whatever reason, if I stop and then pick it up again, like the following day or something, I always have to wind it on. It's almost like it creeps back on itself. It's either that or I'm just crazy or something. I don't know. That's also possible. Layer this together as well, and I've put it down. There you go. See, didn't have to roll it on. It was fine. Really weird. I don't know. It's a great glue though. I love it. That's when I have my stamping rewards for my orders. Which you guys can get as customers as well, by the way. Which essentially means free stuff. And who doesn't like free stuff? Those are the kind of things I add on, like glue refills and dimensionals and basic white cardstock, that kind of thing. So let's have that together now. Let's see how we're going to compose our card. I'm going to bring in my mini dimensionals and a pokey tool, because that's the best way to get these off the paper. They are quite small. I'm actually going to put the majority of these at the bottom, because they're going to overlap the cards a little bit. Don't poke yourself in the finger with it though, because that hurts apparently. So we've just got a couple of those on there. So I don't want to take off the sticky, I just want to mess about with my composition before committing to it, because that one was just a little bit high on the card for my liking. So I just want to be sure that we're going to get that right. Beforehand. I think, did the king overlap? No, he didn't. Look what I've done though. I like things, if you've seen me before, you know I like things to break out of the borders of the layers and stuff. Just think it looks more interesting. Okay, and then this one needs to peek in behind there. Ooh, that one went flying. Didn't particularly want the back of that to come off until I'm ready to peel it off. So let's just stick that back on. So this is a bit of a fiddly process in that things sort of dance about a bit like this, you see. But at least it gives you an idea of where your spacing is going to be. And I think I'm liking that. So I think we'll go with that, and then we'll see whether we want any of the other bits, because there's a bit of the queen missing there. So I may need to put a rook on there or something, or maybe I will put in another silver knight. What do you reckon? Yeah, that might be nice. Okay, so that's what we're going with. Let's get it all tacked down. The cards just need seal on the back. The other top tip I've got for you when doing your layouts is, if you take a picture with your mobile phone, that's always a good way to make sure that you've got everything lined up where you want it to be. Like so. I think that's looking okay right now. So I think we want to put in our silver ones next. I don't like it calling them silver. They do look silver though, to be fair. And then our other little queen and knight over here. So we're going to lift up that and tuck that in. Like so. Like I say, I think another silver knight here would be nice. If I keep those off to the back side of that, hopefully we'll tuck that in. Yeah, on a different height to the other one as well, just to make them look a little different, because otherwise they look a bit strange if they're in the same level. Okay, I think that will do. You can over egg one's pudding if you're not careful, you see, just need to add our sentiments. Let's just slip that to one side for a moment. We've got the sentiment here, and I need a scrap of cardstock that I can just do that onto. Oh, this might do. Across the bottom there. And we're going to use real red ink for that. This real red's only really in the playing cards, and I think it just kind of helps bring out that colour a little bit more. Stamp's already been mounted straight, so I'm just going to use the straight line of the cut edge of the cardstock to line that up. And that's still wonky, but never mind. Could try it again, to be fair. Shall I try it once more? Just see whether we get it a bit straighter. That's better. There we are. And we just need to trim that out. So I'm just going to bring in the trimmer, Stampin' Up paper trimmer. Really, really cool. Love it. So I'm going to slide that in, and I'm going to look through the cutting track and push the text so it's just past the opening where the blade runs, and you'll get a nice clean cut on there. And then I want to put a banner end on there, and we do have a banner punch, but it's kind of designed for larger kind of things. So the tailor tag is actually a really great way to put a banner end into your little strips of card like this. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay. So if you're looking for something to do that job, tailor tag does that, and then obviously you've got the full shape as well, and you can also cut hexagons with it, which is like phenomenal. So if you cut out one and then slide it back in the other way and double cut it, is a bit fiddly. You have to like make sure it goes in there. I've forgotten how to do it now. Oh, that's actually an octagon, isn't it? So you can cut other shapes basically. You can cut a hexagon. How did I cut a hexagon before? So if you're careful and you eyeball it, you get other, other shapes and stuff. You can get a hexagon. How do you get a hexagon? I can't remember how I did it now. I'm sure I'd cut it the other way. Maybe you do it that way. Oh, that's it. Yeah, if you line up the two edges, the opposing straight edges, and fiddle about with it, you can get a hexagon. Anyway, that's for playing another day, not on a video. But just think, the point of the conversation was to just think outside the box sometimes with your stuff, because sometimes there are some other ways to use things, a bit like this as well. Just snip off a little bit of this, the edge of my dimensionals there. Because I haven't cut down the end yet until I know where I want it to be, because I can then add in one of these other little guys down here as well. Maybe another knight, because knights are nice, aren't they? So maybe if I stick him over the top, it just needs to be trimmed down ever so slightly. So we're just going to take off a little bit. Oops. Put the merest bit of glue on the back of that. If any's still showing, which it is slightly, you can just rub it away. You can use your finger or one of these glue eraser thingies. They aren't a Stampin' Up product, but they are widely available. Take a bit more of that and take it across there. And then we just need to add that to the bottom of our card. Preferably straight. There. And he overhangs the bottom there as well. That's fine. Okay, so it still ended up a bit further down on the card, but it's a better position than the other one. Okay, right, cool. Hope you like that. It's a cute set actually, the Game On set, don't you think? Some other really lovely It's Your Day roll with it. I love that. Lucky me because I have you. So with the hearts on the playing cards, that would have been a cute alternative Valentine card as well. Yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And I think I've used those colours reasonably well, I would say. They're a bit of a funny combination, having two sort of orangey reds and stuff. All the links, etc., are in the description bar below. Depending on your device, it's either a little arrow or show more or whatever. But all the links to the products I've used will be in there. You click on that, go straight to the shop. Should you wish to purchase anything, there's also there a link to a blog post, so there'll be a few more static pictures, and right at the bottom there's all my social media links as well, and there's also a link if you are thinking about joining Stampin' Up, and I would love to have you join my team. That would be amazing. That's it for today. Hope everyone's well and you continue to be. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you soon. Bye.